Okay, so the only thing worse than being broke all the time is getting a little money in your pocket, saying you're going to do the right thing, not doing the right thing at all, and then being broke again. That's called the feast or famine syndrome. You either have a whole lot of money or you have no money at all. And it keeps happening over and over and over again in cycles. It keeps happening when you get your tax refund. It keeps happening when you get that bonus. It keeps happening if you got that insurance payout. It keeps happening when you get that stimulus check. Yeah, that's right. I've been there, done it all. So here are some of the things that you are not going to do with your stimulus money. Number one, and this is going to be a surprise to most people, you are not going to pay all of your bills. Let me repeat, you are not going to pay all of your bills. There's a saying, when people get money, poor people spend it on things that they like, middle class people pay all their bills, and wealthy people find a way to invest. Now, I'm not saying whether that's right or that's wrong, but I can tell you I have been in all three of those categories. And the one thing you do not want to do is live in a feast to famine syndrome, get a little bit of money in your pocket, and then pay every single bill that you have trying to be a hero. You are not a hero for paying all of your bills. Now, let me be clear. That does not mean neglect your bills. What it means is take a look at the money that you have and be strategic. If you are behind on your rent, contact your landlord and figure out what you can negotiate. If you are behind on your light bill, your gas bill, if you are behind on any of your essential bills, bills that are required for you to exist, your card note, if you actually need it, I'm going to get to the card note in just a minute. Then what you're going to do is you're going to contact each of those people. You're going to tell them that you, just like many other people in the country and the world, are in the middle of a pandemic and you need to negotiate. You need to be in a position to pay a little bit now and to pay a little bit over time. Make sure you get their name, get their ID number, make sure they put the notes in your record. And before you hang up that call, make sure they repeat the notes back to you. You want to get the maximum extension of time to pay that bill without any damage to your credit report. Let me repeat, you want to get the maximum extent of amount of time to pay that debt without any damage to your credit report. But you are not going to pay all your bills. If you are behind 2 or 3 months on your bills and you get this money and you use all of the money to pay your bills, guess what's going to happen next month? You're going to be behind again. You're going to be stressed out again. You're going to be worried again. Paying all of your bills up to date today does not make you safe 30 days from now, 60 days from now. So I want you to be strategic when paying your bills. You're going to pay the essential bills and you're going to negotiate a payment plan until you get back in a position to be able to pay all of your bills on a consistent basis with the money that you have available. The next thing you are not going to do with this money, I know that you have been struggling. I know that we've been in a house. Lord knows I know it. I know that we haven't been able to do some of the things that we want to do. And for those who have lost their jobs, lost their income, lost their livelihood, I know you have missed out on things. But what you are not going to do is go splurge on the things that you like, your boo likes, and your kids want. This is not the time for that. Let me help you understand something. I've been on both sides of this coin. I've been the parent who splurged and got my children everything and made them spoiled. And then I had nothing and I was looking like a fool because when they were really looking at me and looking for me to be able to protect them, to provide for them, I couldn't. And then I've been on the other side where when I got my mind right, I went from spending thousands of dollars during Christmas to spending almost zero during Christmas. And no, they did not like me at first, but I can tell you one thing, they like me now because kids do not need parents who are going to buy them more things. Kids do not need parents who are going to overspend and splurge on the things that they could not get when they didn't have any money to make them feel good for a few days when they do have some money, only for them to be back in the hole 2 weeks later, 30 days later, 60 days later, feeling the same way that they felt before. Now is the time to teach your children something about money. So here's what I would do if I were you. I would take everybody to the movies. Yes, I would. You might be thinking, well, the movies are closed. They're not fully open. The movies would be in my house, on the couch, watching Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, whatever it is, the Disney Channel. Yeah, the whole family is going to go to the movies. And guess what? The treats are on me. We're going to make our own popcorn. We're going to make some hamburgers like Big Mama and them used to make back in the day. Now, if you're lucky, if I'm feeling real generous, we might order a pizza out, an extra large or a couple of extra large for us to share. But we are not getting individual meals. We are not ordering from DoorDash, spending $15 on a $2 meal. We are not going to go here, there, and everywhere, running around and trying to go out and prove that we can do something nice for our kids, when the truth is we need to prove that we can experience and demonstrate and teach financial freedom for our kids. That's what our kids need. Our kids do not need a big splurge right now. Our kids need parents with sound minds who are going to keep them healthy and teach them how to be wealthy. There's only two things that matter right now. 3, your relationship with God, your health, your physical, literal health, and then the way in which you build wealth. The other thing that you are not going to do during this holiday season, or during this, some people are treating this spending money, this stimulus money like a holiday. Child, it is not Christmas, okay? It is not Easter. We used to buy new clothes for Easter. It is not the 4th of July. This is leaving broke behind time. Repeat after me. This is leaving broke behind time. That's what this is. And this is the time for you to be strategic and to be aware and to use some knowledge and some wisdom when it comes to your money. Don't be like me. You see, I was an educated fool. Degrees in math, economics, finance, every degree you could have that had a number in it. I had it and I was a fool. You don't want to be that. We don't want to live in the feast to famine syndrome anymore. So another thing that you are not going to do for yourself, you are not going to go out and buy the latest purse, the newest car, the nicest outfit, the pair of shoes. You're not buying. No, don't buy any of that stuff. See, all of those people that you are buying from, they're already wealthy. As a matter of fact, they were talking on one of the networks the other day about all the billionaires who have been made during this recession. This is not the first recession. This is not the first setback. During every single recession, during every single setback, you will either be a millionaire, a billionaire, or a witness. Now, I know I got my pick. What's your pick? A millionaire, a billionaire, or a witness? And if you cannot make it to the millionaire or billionaire status, then you don't need to make any new billionaires with wasteful spending. You don't need the newest video game system. You don't need the latest purse. You don't need the latest pair of jeans, shoes, whatever it is. That's not for right now. That's for later. See, we're going to sacrifice right now. We have already proven that we can move beyond anything. We have already proven that we can live beyond 2020. We have already proven that we can survive. Now it is time for you to thrive. So now that I've told you the things that you are not going to do with this stimulus money, let me tell you what you are going to do. You are going to try to figure out the fastest way, the quickest way, the most strategic way that you can create an emergency fund. An emergency fund of at least 6 months of living expenses. So if your living expenses are $2,000 a month, then you need $12,000 in that emergency fund. Doesn't that sound great? Doesn't that feel powerful? If your living expenses are $3,000 a month, then that emergency fund needs to be $18,000. If your emergency fund is $5,000, if your living expenses are $5,000 a month, then your emergency fund needs to be $30,000. You need 6 months of living expenses as an emergency fund before you start splurging. Again, I'm not saying don't do anything nice for yourself. Take the whole family to the movies. Even take your in-laws and your cousins and them. Invite them via Zoom. That's right. Invite everybody via Zoom to the movies tonight. Watch all the new movies that came out. Watch the Disney movies. Watch the Coming to America 1 and 2. Laugh. Go back and watch some of the oldies but goodies. Watch Harlem Nights, child. Harlem Nights will have you laughing all day and all night. Watch the movie with watch Bad Boys 1 and 2 and the next one. Watch all those old movies. Reminisce. Have a good time. Cook indoors. Put some food on the grill. If you don't have a grill, get one of them little fake grills you can put on the countertop and put your food up there and eat healthy and learn how to be wealthy. Because this is the season for us to leave broke behind. Leave broke behind. Don't take broke with you in 2021, 2022, 2023. You've been over the worst. Don't let the worst keep having its hold on you. Take control of your money situation. Now, if you don't know how to start your emergency fund, if you don't have any discipline, then that means you need to be in New Wealth University. You need to overcome your spending addiction, which is what you have when you go to the grocery store for toothpaste and walk out with $179.47 worth of stuff you don't need. Talking about it was on sale. I already told you that ain't on sale for you. It's not even on sale for you if you got this stimulus money. This stimulus money is supposed to stimulate you. It's supposed to stimulate your dreams. It's supposed to stimulate your wealth. It's supposed to stimulate your financial strategies. It's supposed to stimulate your family. It's supposed to stimulate your community. But it's not supposed to be a quick fix. It's not supposed to be one of those 2-second stimulus things. It's supposed to last you. And you might be thinking, well, this is a long way from 6 months. All you have to do is keep adding. Math is reliable. 1 + 1 = 2. If your stuff adds up to 10, it'll never get into 2. But if you keep on adding 5,000 here, 500 there, 200 here, money walks. Money does not talk. Money walks away from you quietly. You don't know where it went. Okay? And it's all the it's just in your life that are keeping you broke. It's just $2. It's just $10. Every single time I got a lump sum of money, whether it was a bonus, whether it was a tax refund, I was filing my tax refund before they even allowed you to. I was doing it if they opened the tax refund at 12 o'clock, I was standing in line at 11:58, okay, waiting for my tax refund because I needed that money and I was not doing the right thing with it. And every time I got some money, I was still broke. That's not our story. Not in this season. You are leaving broke behind. So if you don't know what to do, then you need to be in the 21 Days to Financial Freedom. You need to join the Entrepreneurs Academy. You need to get in the Beyond 2020 Financial Coaching. Whatever it is. But take this time to not only make sure that you never slip into this kind of hole again, but take this time to get the right strategy so you can leave broke behind. I'm with you. Go to asklynn.org.
Give yourself the gift of wealth with no limits. Lynn Richardson and New Wealth University is giving 50% off on the Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program. The Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program will give you 2 full years of unlimited access to all of Lynn's online classes, books, boot camps, master classes, and webinars. So, give yourself the gift of wealth with no limits with 50% off on the Platinum Wealth Ambassador Program, available on lynnrichardson.com.